Hi guys, we are headed east this morning to pick up a tractor I've had bought for a little bit. I actually bought it on auction a while back, and gonna go see if we can make it run. I believe, just from the little bit of research I've been doing, it's been sitting since about 2015, 2016. So we're gaining there on 10 years pretty fast. But it is one of those engines and injection pumps that just has a tendency to come back to life. As always, the biggest fear is tires and just clutch, hydraulics, slide steering, things like that. But that's what we're doing. The tractor itself cost me $1,000. And I thought it was a really good deal, but others might disagree. You guys drop down in the comments here what you think I bought for a tractor that's an International Harvester for $1,000. I already gave you a hint that it is diesel, so run with that. And we got about, I think, about a hour more driving, and when we get there, we will show you what it is. But it is a nice rainy day. Postponed finishing up Milo. That's really okay. It's only June 3rd. Still pretty early for Milo to be done, so we'll be all right. But 30 more miles, and we'll see if any of you guys guessed right, I guess. All right, we made it. One more disclaimer before we start this. It is raining, the wind is blowing, so who knows how this audio and video is going to turn out, but it is what it is, so whatever. We'll see if you guys guessed right on this. 4166 International. Did anybody guess that? If you did, let me know. We've sort of been here and looked at this tractor once before. It was in a video a while back. But today we're going to make it run. I do know the motor is loose. I believe we tried to prime, or kind of pumped on the injection pump primer here a little bit last time we were here. And if I remember correctly, yeah, it has fuel there, so that is great. Engine oil, I think it had some in it too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's full of engine oil. Good enough to run it if we can make it run. Back tires, I believe, have air. This one's flat, but it looks like it'll hold air to me. Maybe. Yeah, this back tire is bald, but has air. That is one of the more bald tires I've ever seen, actually. That one has air. Cool thing about this tractor is it does have a PTO in it, but it's missing the drive shaft, so I don't know what that's about. We'll have to look into that more. 2 remotes on the back here, no 3-point, which is fine with me. I might actually need this fuel tank for another 4166 if this one is a problematic tractor. It's hard to tell. Yeah, that front tire is flat and backwards, which is interesting. It does have a battery in it. I brought 2 good ones with me. Hopefully we can make it run with what I got there. No battery box cover. Not a real large concern there. That is at least closed, but let's get pliers to see if we have any hydraulic oil. No keys. Not that, well, yeah, there's a key over there, which is good, I guess. There's some starting fluid in here. We're in neutral currently, which is good. Yeah, the only thing really to do here is toss a battery in it and see what happens, honestly, because yeah, kind of need it to run, huh? There we go. So we'll get this battery out, throw a different Group 31 in there, and see what happens from there. If it lights off and runs, we're gonna let it sit here and idle for a while, and then I'll get out my air compressor, and hopefully these tires will hold some air, and then we'll try to get it in a more accessible spot to load, I hope. Alrighty, battery's in it. See if we have power here on anything. Ooh, Okay, I think we're gonna start. Let me get a camera set up so yeah, you guys can see the action. All right, so let's open the fuel up half, and I better step in the cab just so I can step on the clutch, make sure we don't randomly move. Well, that was entirely too easy. It is running. Motor sounds good. The rain cap is stuck down, which is interesting. Gosh, I am already soaked from this tree. Exhaust leak, so there's not enough back pressure to hold that up. That's fine. Whatever. Let's let it idle on air tires. This for me is a scary part, is hoping the tires take air. Thankfully, if it comes down to it, I can go rob tires off of my other 4166 and air those up, I guess. Not that I want to take those off my other 4166, but it is a solution to the problem. I think I'm gonna get lucky here. That's the tire I was worried about, and it's taking air. And this one over here held air too. I don't have them aired up all the way yet. I was just trying to be real gentle and make sure we get this thing off the ground at least, so I could maybe move it around here in a minute. Next trick, I still haven't checked hydraulic oil, but my next concern is, do I have steering? Because this thing, it sucks to load without steering. I can deal with no brakes. No steering, ugh. All right, tire on the other side there up enough. We'll put some more in this one. While it's doing that, let's see if we have anything here. It looks like we're gonna have steering. I think I need to add some oil though. So we'll just stop and dump in some cheap ass hydraulic oil, because that's all we're doing today. And hopefully we can move this thing around. I guess I put 5 gallons of hydraulic oil in it. You can run these things over full, so it's kind of whatever. The steering already steers hard. These things kind of steer hard. And if the filters are nasty, it's gonna steer hard too. But I think we're gonna be able to move it, at least drive it a little bit. We'll back it up, because obviously I can't go through that tree there, and get it in a better spot. Then I'm gonna have to schedule somebody to come load this thing, because it's a little big for my trailer, unfortunately. Okay. Hopefully the clutch is good. Down on the pedal. We're in reverse. I'm gonna move that shield out of the way there. Oh, okay. Oh. We're turning. Looking spot, that's good. Kind of surprising. we can load it like this. No big deal. Let's pull it out here in the open-ish. Yeah, the pump splitter, and I think the injection pump might not be that long for this world, but that's okay. All right, that works. Find a neutral. Neutral, please. There's neutral. Okay, let's look at this thing a little closer. Alright, it's up and out of the holes it was sunk in. It's a lot taller now, and it doesn't have two flat tires and it's not sunk in the same holes it's been sitting in for, you know, 10 plus years. Huh. Not bad looking. Battery box is rusty. Not like that really makes that much of a difference to me. Very cool. Hey, it runs, and that's a big win here. Huh? I didn't expect that to go that nicely, honestly. This is where it was sitting. She was sunk in the dirt some. Those tires are gonna have some nice flat spots on them. There's a tree root underneath it. Battery, there's a battery back here, which is a little scary that I didn't realize was back there. And I gotta take my door with me. I'll probably take that today, honestly. But yeah, that really wasn't that bad. So, that's about all we're gonna do here for today. Just cause, well, I can't really drive it very far because it steers like crap. And I'll have to get a truck scheduled to come get it or steal a truck, something. I can figure that out. But it's alive and it runs and it sounds good. There's gotta be an exhaust leak back here off the side of this turbo. Oh, yeah, it's just rusted off. That explains that. But hey, it's running. That is a big step in itself. For sure. What a tractor. That's enough of that. It runs. That's all we really care currently. I just gotta get it home now. I think that's gonna be it here though. That was fairly anticlimactic, but kind of what I expected out of this thing, just on the earlier recon I had done. So I guess, yeah, I'm gonna pull my battery back out, grab the few tools I used, load them up, go back home, go do something else, and get somebody called to come load this behemoth. Well, I'm headed back east this morning. We're gonna grab that 4166. I got my buddy Jarrett coming with the detach. We're gonna drive it up on a trailer and get it the hell out of there. And yeah, since we know it, I mean, it's been a few weeks since I was there, but I don't know why it wouldn't fire up and run again and get up on a trailer, and we can go from there pretty much. See how it ends up. I will pair up tires if they're flat, and I got a battery with me. We're gonna chunk in it. So just spin over, fire, and get home. Pretty easy. Well, we're back. I guess we'll see if it fires up today. I already dropped the battery and I'd air up that tire some. The others are still holding air good. So yeah, I checked fluids. It's full of engine oil, full of coolant. I put 5 gallons in that the last time I was here. Should be okay. Cab is still quite nasty on the inside, but yeah. Right to life. I mean, instantly. This thing doesn't want to die, I guess. We'll let it warm up for a minute. and pull it out to the road. Jarrett should be here with a detach soon. And there's your rusted off turbo. That's why it sounds so good, right? Sure. Makes you wonder how long it sat outside. I've never quite seen a turbo rusted off like that. Things I notice as I'm driving is, number one, the RPM seems to be fluttering some, so question injector pump, but the cab is like wiggling loose. So I don't know if it's not bolted down tight or if the isolators are gone or what, but that's a little weird, right? Maybe we should throw a strap over the cab. Honestly, I was thinking about ripping the whole cab off the thing because it's already missing the doors and it's shot anyway, right? Well, we made it out here by the road, and if you can hear, things aren't not entirely well. Got some stuff splattered there, and I got a tire that's on its last legs. And looking at it, who's surprised? I do have some more 23 126 tires at home. I think I got 4 of them actually, because, well, this thing's, that's shot. That's pretty much shot. That one's entirely bald. And, well, that one starting to peel. So, yeah. Who knows what's going to happen to this thing. It does smell a lot like stale diesel, which I don't know why that is here. This morning, looks like maybe the return line there is leaking. But I don't know why the return, maybe that's a vent. I don't know. Maybe that's a fuel supply. Let's just not think about it and hope it gets on a trailer. That's the agenda here. Hour meter was working and tach was working. Don't know about the other gauges over there. But yeah, we'll just hang out here. Jarrett should be here before too long. I will keep adding air to that tire little by little to make sure we don't go entirely flat. And we'll get it on deck and chain down here in a minute. Woohoo. Transportation has arrived. Goody. Yeah, park on the top of the hill there where it's level. Maybe. Oh boy, look what made it. It doesn't look any better than when it left. So we're gonna air up that tire that was leaking air and pray a little bit that it just makes it off the trailer. Worst comes to worst, we just hook it on to something and drag it off at this point. So, we're doing okay. We'll get her down. Woohoo. The tire is definitely still leaking air. Good news is I have 4 of those tires around. And maybe that rim can be packed. Well, it's down. Nobody called the EPA because I parked it and we're losing fluid. We'll have to do a better job parking this thing here. But 4-wheel steer, I kicked that in once I was down off the trailer and it even works, which is shocking. I'd like to know where they source these front rims from because obviously they're not the originals and they're yellow. So if anybody has a clue, let me know. But it's here, it's home. I think we'll rip the cab off it, maybe try to fix a few things and then put a turbo on it and do something stupid. I don't know. It's got a PTO, maybe we can make that work. She's ugly, but be cool to have one without a cab on it to drag some junk around, I would say. And the hell, we only got $1,000, like $1,050 or something like that in it. So what's the worst that can happen? It's all just parts at this point, that point, right? So I guess, but with that, that's gonna be it for this video. This thing finally made it home. No giant drama. All is well. Big thanks to Jarrett for hauling it home for me. My website's territorialtrading.com. Social medias are all at TMontyIH. You guys have a good one. Go drag something out of the weeds just like this and get it running.